Are you feeling like a zombie lately? Tired of the same old energy drinks promising the world but delivering the jitters and a crash? Look no further than Sneak Energy, your secret weapon for all your energy needs. With all natural ingredients, Sneak will give you all the energy you need to boost through your day without feeling like a lab rat on caffeine. Don't believe us? Try it yourself and see what a difference it can make to your routine. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link in the description and pick up your Sneak starter pack today. Now enjoy the clip. Times, I mean, some of the goals were like pinball wizard. It was a joke. Let's do the player ratings. David De Gea for me has let 7 goals in. It's got to be a 3. Yeah, he's let 7 goals in. I don't think he's at fault for any of them massively, but you know, he's let 7 goals in. Dalot, again, I'd give him a 3 as well. I mean, look, I don't get the Dalot hate. There's a lot of people who don't like Dalot, but when you look at the game, hardly any of the goals are to do with the right back. And Wan-Bissaka may well be playing better than him, but it would still be 7-0. I thought Dalot was probably the best defender of everybody. Not that he played well, but apart from the first goal where he's pulled out of position because of Antony, I can't directly put the blame on Dalot for anything. Varane's got to be a 3. Yeah, just I love these players, but just shockingly bad. And surprisingly bad. You know, Rafael Varane's an elite player, and he got dragged down. Martinez, look, what I would say about Martinez is that he got put in his arse by Salah, and I'm sure they'll all be going, I told you he's not a good player. This ain't FIFA. This is not FIFA. He got skinned by Antonio last week. Players, defenders will get beat. They're not going to be flawless every week, but it wasn't good today. Luke Shaw's got to be a 2. The worst player in the back 4 by a long way. I don't know. Luke Shaw was probably, like I said, in the first half, one of our best players. And in the second half, that's probably the worst 45 minutes of his Man United career. There was times where he could have kicked the ball out and he just petulantly kicks it against the player and then they score. It was like, you know what? It was like Luke Shaw played the first half and then in the second half, somebody put on a Luke Shaw suit and went and played at left back. You know, it was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe his performance. It was just so out of character. Casemiro, probably a 3. Yeah, I mean, yeah, looked like he was carrying an injury in the first half. The second half was dreadful. Fred, I'd give Fred a 3.5. I didn't see the bad performance from Fred like others did. And I certainly would have kept him on because the thing about Fred is he'll never stop running. But yeah, it wasn't good. Weghorst, 2. Yeah, I mean, that was the game where I think we realised that Weghorst isn't that good. He'll always run around, but he just isn't that good. Anthony, I hate to say it, was a 1. I like Anthony. I'm not individualising it. I think he put a lot of pressure on himself by gobbing off before the game, saying he's played a lot of big games. I don't think he's ever played a Liverpool-Man United game, and I think it was very, very clear. The one thing that makes Antony the worst player on the pitch for me, and I'll back Antony. I will back Antony like I did at half-time against West Ham. I think there's a good player there. I really, really do. I think he's got a lot to learn, though. And he's going to be open season on Antony, and I will back him and I will stick up for him. People seem to forget that bias is when you ignore bad results and stick by them, or ignore good results from players because you don't like them. I will be fair. I've done it before with Bruno. I've done it with Rashford, 2 of my favourite players. Luke Shaw today, one of my favourite players. Varane, Martinez, Casemiro. If you play crap in a United shirt, you have to call it out. It doesn't mean I don't like the player. I like Antony. He's got a lot to learn. The first thing he needs to learn is wind your neck in and put a shift in and work hard in a United shirt. And he didn't do any of those things today. And that is why he will get the lowest rating from me, because he was petulant. He didn't help his fullback out. He lost the ball. He holds on to the ball for too long and didn't put a work rate in. There was one goal where he gave the ball away. Everyone's running back. He doesn't run back. I think it was the 4th goal. Not acceptable. You know, I don't want to go back where we did a year ago, but there is one thing you should do in a United shirt, and that's put a shift in. And you never, never, never play Liverpool at Anfield and play like that. Bruno, look, Bruno wasn't very good. I'd probably give him a 2. Bruno was not very good. Most of it was because he was being played out of position, but he wasn't very good. Really wasn't very good. Rashford, same, 2. You know, probably on a different day might have scored a couple of goals. He was in the graveyard shift a lot, I'll say that. But, you know, there's a responsibility. And the worrying thing about Rashford today is I saw him a few times and the leadership was not there. You know, they cut to him a few times and it was just this face that we saw last year. And I saw a few of those. I saw Bruno's face like that. I saw Rashford's face like that. Luke Shaw's face like that. And it terrified me because I thought, oh my God, they've literally... Their faces look the same as they did last year when we were getting smashed. It's almost like this shock. And I'm like, where's the fire? You know, lift each other up. You've been brilliant at it when you're winning, but real football teams are about when you're losing. Come on, where is it? And it just disappeared today. McTominay was a 1. He was dreadful, absolutely dreadful. To come on at 3-0 and then lose 7-0. I mean... yeah, just wasn't very good. And as soon as he gets a yellow card, he's redundant, isn't he? Because that's what he's all about, physicality. Garnacho, barely noticed him. Horrible game for him to be in. Didn't really learn a lot about him, so I'd probably give him a 3. Malacia, I didn't even notice, so 3. Sabitzer the same, and Alanga the same. And Ten Hag today, look, he made a lot of mistakes. Made a lot of mistakes. The Weghorst at number 10, and not taking Anthony off at half-time. Bruno on the left. The angry substitutions that just kept leading to goals. It was his worst game as a Manchester United manager. And I think we gave him a 3 against Brentford. So I'll probably give him a 2 today, which is what most of you have done. Man of the match? Shite. I mean, there shouldn't be a man of the match. There shouldn't be a man of the match. I'd probably give it to De Gea based on the fact that I don't think he could have stopped any of the goals. But I don't know. Yeah, 19%. I mean, it's no award. That's no award. Trust me. It's not a reward. It's not an award at all. It's absolutely abysmal, as you know. But look, we got the fan forum.